Did you know that KeyBank has one of the most attractive, massive EIN-only business credit cards on the market, even if you have bad or fair credit? Unbelievable, right? But it is true. We've done the research and we have the results for you. In today's conversation, I'm going to share everything with you. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you are to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's convo, I want to explain to you how to get a massive EIN-only business credit card from KeyBank with bad or fair credit. A lot of folks believe that KeyBank, as well as all the big banks out there, do not allow applicants with a bad score or bad credit score or fair credit score to qualify. But the truth is something else. If you know how to play the game, if you understand the rules of the party, then you can partake in the party. All right. The first thing you need to do is to get organized. If you want to get a massive EIN-only business credit card from KeyBank with bad or fair credit, you need to get organized. By organization, I'm talking about a constellation of things you need to do. You need to have an EIN. You need to have your employer identification number. That's like a no-brainer, right? But you need to concoct a very sturdy, a very strong business plan. If you can't do it yourself, outsource the whole thing. All right? You can actually do it online. You can outsource it to a local business consultant, or you can actually use a software as diverse as LivePlane, Enloop, or there's another one. I'm blanking on that right now, but you have a lot of good software tools out there. You also need to make sure that you have all the licenses and permits that pertain to your profession, to your business, because KeyBank is going to check all of those. Okay, when it comes to giving you a massive EIN-only business credit card or business loan for that matter, they will check those things. They will check your accounting processes also, especially if the amount that you want is kind of high. So basically, you want to set up your accounting. Very important. You can actually, again, for this, you can outsource the whole thing to Zero, Wave, or Expensify, or QuickBooks, you name it. And make sure that your financial statements are accurate and they are legible. In other words, everything is explained. You are able to substantiate every number in there. Okay, and here also you can outsource it. If you have good software, or you have a good accountant in-house, or a good CPA who looks at your numbers every now and then, say monthly or on a quarterly basis, you should be fine. But this is what I mean by getting your act together. Very important. The second step, if your goal is to get a huge EIN-only business credit card from KeyBank with bad or fair credit, is to get to know KeyBank's business cards. So KeyBank's has a whole bevy of business cards. So it's important to know which one you might qualify for, but you first need to know all of them. You need to familiarize yourself with all of them. Okay. So we actually took I think here we have two. We just wanted to share two with you just to have an idea. So we have first the KeyBank Business Rewards Card, and you can earn rewards while managing and tracking your expenses. You have $200 when you make $1,000 in purchases in the first 60 days, 2% unlimited cashback rewards on business purchases, 1% on other purchases. You can redeem points for cashback, travel, charity, and more. No annual fee. This is really good. We always love business cards with no annual fee. You have zero liability fraud protection. You can manage your expenses with a card that can help you reach your business goals, and this is really great. And the limits on this card is up to $500,000, $500,000. And the credit score recommended ranges from 660 to 850. And how low can KeyBank go in terms of FICO score? 575. So if you have the right application, if you have done all the steps that I told you in this show, KeyBank is willing to go all the way to 575 to approve you. That's fantastic. The second card that I want to acquaint you with is the KeyBank Business Card. And with this card, you can manage and track your expenses with a regular APR. You can use it for overdraft protection, no rewards, no annual fee, zero liability for protection, detailed, easy to read statements, and all the benefits of MasterCard. And you have an intro APR of 0% for 6 months, and the regular APR oscillates between 10% and 20.99%. Okay, so the range is 10.99 to 20.99, and this is really great because you have the same thing here. You have fraud protection, you have balance transfer fee, which is either $10 or 4% of the amount of each transaction, whichever is greater, and the late payment fee is up to $39. Overdraft protection transfer fee $10, and the minimum interest charge. So if you're charged interest, the charge will be no less than 50 cents. And for lost or stolen reporting, you have 24/7 and 1-888 key for biz. Okay, this is really good. The third thing you need to do. So first, I want you to get organized. I want you to organize your house, your business house. Okay. Number two, I want you to have an idea of the kind of credit cards, EIN-only business credit cards that KeyBank offers. The third thing you have to do now is to connect with KeyBank. I'm not speaking about connecting electronically or whatever, but I'm speaking about taking a look at KeyBank's small business offer. Let me ask you a question. This is a big decision time right now. Right now, who do you bank with? Which bank is your major bank? Where do you put all your cash? Where do you have all your business interest checking accounts? What are those? It's about time to transfer part of that money to KeyBank. Because if your goal is to get a high limit EIN-only business credit card from KeyBank, you better park some of your ka-ching, some of your moolah in KeyBank's coffers, because other than that, they're not going to lend to you. They're not going to give you a high limit. They might give you a small, teeny, weeny yellow polka dot bikini credit card of 10,000 or 5,000 or 1,000, which is peanuts if you have a business. But if you have your accounts with them, if you have 1 or 2 or 3 accounts with them, they might see you differently because they might see you as a preferred client. I want you to write it down. Preferred client. That's the key word, preferred. Because at that point, they're not even looking at your credit score anymore. You might have the poorest credit on earth. You might be like a 3, even below 350. They wouldn't qualify. They wouldn't really worry about it because you probably have $1 million in their checking account. So they're looking at that. They're not looking at your FICO. So see, the thing is that bankers look at your credit score if your bank account is skinny. If you have a skinny bank account, they're going to start looking at all the bad things about you. But if you have a fat bank account, who cares about your credit score? Who cares if you file bankruptcy? We know in this country, folks who have filed for bankruptcy several times and were able to become multimillionaire and billionaires. You know what I mean. So with KeyBank, with KeyBank here, you can get a checking account. So they have a KeyBank basic business checking. They also have savings and CDs. So you have Key Business Saver accounts. You also have another product. You have the KeyBank Business Certificates of Deposit. So you need to have at least one of those 3. Okay. You even have the Key Business Silver money market savings accounts. What I'm trying to say here is that you need to have at least 2 accounts, and those have to be asset accounts. So checking accounts, savings accounts, money market accounts, certificate of deposit accounts. And if KeyBank has IRAs and other investment products, see if you can qualify for those as well. Step number 4, I want you to know KeyBank's other loan products. So we've talked about their credit cards, right? And the goal of this show is to help you get a high limits EIN-only business credit cards from KeyBank with bad or fair credit. However, you also want to pay attention to their other lending products. Why? Because you might not qualify you might be rejected. Your application might be rejected. So you want to pay attention to their other loan products. For example, you have the KeyBank Rewards. Okay, this is a program that allows you to earn the rewards you deserve, really. So you can earn points with your KeyBank Rewards card. Okay, so you have Key to More Rewards MasterCard. It's really good. So you have really the sky's the limit with this sort of a program. You also have business term loans. Here you have a term that goes from 12 to 84 months. Minimum loan amount $10,000, maximum $500,000. Okay, so this is kind of cool too. You also have business real estate borrowing. Here you have the term is up to 20 years. The minimum loan amount $10,000, maximum loan amount $1 million. And the only restrictions is that the loan proceeds must be fully dispersed at closing. No multiple draws allowed. Okay. You also have lines of credit. So here you have minimum loan amount 10,000, minimum line amount rather 10,000, and minimum line maximum line amount $500,000. And this is renewable every 12 months. You also have SBA loan programs. So you have SBA 7A business loans, SBA 504 loans, working capital cap line, SBA Express, SBA International Trade Loans, SBA Export Express, 7A small loans. What am I telling you here? I'm telling you that KeyBank is really, really great. This is a bank that is banging. This is a bank that is kicking ass. This is the bank that is offering you a constellation of products and services that, if you are smart enough to choose the right one, could actually help you paint a brighter financial situation when you go to apply for the credit card that you want, the EIN credit card that you want. It's all about it's all about using the strategy so that you are cultivating the best relationship possible with KeyBank. Okay, you can even get equipment financing for your business. So go through all those products and find out which one you might be interested in if, God forbid, you get denied for your credit card. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Street Kiwi Show. We are still having a convo about how to get a business credit card from KeyBank, an EIN-only with bad or fair credit, right? We're trying to debunk the myth that if you have bad or fair credit, you cannot qualify for a loan or credit card from a major financial institution such as KeyBank or Citi or Wells Fargo or Chase or you name it. Okay, so step number 5 here, you need to explore KeyBank's resources. Now, again, let me ask you a question. This is decision time here. I want to know, what is your situation right now in terms of the services you have? I'm not even talking about the products, the loans that you have. No, the resource, the services. For example, HR, or for example, IT, risk management, compliance. Who takes care of that? Who takes care of that? Are you doing it in-house? Have you outsourced it? Do you even know about it? Do you know the compliance requirements for the business you're in, for the sector you're in? Do you know? Don't answer me. You better have the answer, because KeyBank might ask you that question at closing. So you really need to make sure that you are on top of all the issues and all the processes going on in your industry, in your company for that matter, right? Before you apply. Now, the reason why I'm asking you this question is because some of the resources that KeyBank has might be of interest to you. For example, they have a service called Business Growth and Strategies. Business Growth and Strategy. They have smart strategies to help your business succeed. Did you have a customer loyalty program that allows you to learn how to create long-lasting customer relationships? They have an employee experience. Okay. They have security and risk management, whereby they help you learn how to protect your company, your employees, and yourself. They teach you about business compliance. Those are resources, though. Business compliance, whereas you are able to satisfy regulatory concerns while you plan for success. And they do share from time to time with their customers what they call SBA success stories. This is the kind of stuff you need to read. Now, you might be telling me, why do I need to read all this? I'm just here to learn how to qualify for a business credit card with EIN-only. Well, my friend, if you don't do this, number one, I'm just teaching you what the insiders do, what the major business people in this country, what they do. Those who have bad credit, those who have filed for bankruptcy, I'm telling you what they do to get the high EIN-only business credit cards. That's number one. Number two, you need to actually learn more about the company, the bank you're trying to build a relationship with. Again, I'm not speaking to you about getting a $5,000 Credit limits for your business credit card. I'm not interested in a small amount, a teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini amount, this tiny amount. No, I'm here talking about 100,000, 50,000, 75,000, a quarter of a million, half a million. This is the kind of moolah. This is the kind of cash you need to bring your company to the next level. And this is all I'm interested in. Okay, so this is why you got to go the extra mile to learn more about KeyBank. And the step number 6, one thing I really want you to do here is to contact a banker. It's very important, again, going back to what I said about establishing a relationship with KeyBank, it's important to contact the banker, because one thing for sure, never apply for an EIN-only business credit card online, because again, you will be taken care of by an algorithm. And we all know that nobody loves algorithm, because algorithms don't think. No, they do, but you know what I mean. You want to contact KeyBank. You can call them at 1-888-KEY-FOR-BIZ 539-4249. That's 1-888-539-4249. That's the one option. You can actually also find a local branch or ATM, or you can go online and fill in the contact us information. That way they will contact you back. They will call you back. But you need to talk to someone, because if you do things automatically, either online or online, you might get a lower credit limits. And the goal here is to get a high credit limits, right? This is what we're rooting for here. So you want to contact a banker. You want to speak about your situation. You want to explain to him or her what you're looking for in terms of EIN-only business credit cards, the limits that you're looking for, and he or she is going to ask you a lot of stuff, including your financials, your company's financials, right? And also to learn more about your liquidity issues. So when I talk about your financials, I am actually talking about statements as diverse as your balance sheet, for example, right? This is the statement where you show your assets and liabilities and your equity. Then you also have your income statements, aka P&L. That's your profit and loss statements. This is where you show your revenue, your company's revenue and expenses. And then you have to talk about your statement of cash flows. This is where you have the 3 categories, the trifecta that is so important to lenders such as the KeyBank. So you have cash flows from operating activities, cash flows from investing activities, and you have cash flows from financing activities. That's the trifecta that is very important, that they pay attention to that. And in some cases, KeyBank might ask you for your statements of owner's equity to have a clear idea about what's going on in terms of ownership in your business. Okay, so the whole thing is that when you talk to the banker, you'll just have a bird's eye view of whether or not your business is doing well, whether some seasons are more profitable than others, whether there is cyclicality in your business, and if there is cyclicality, what impact does that cyclicality have on your bottom line, and that kind of stuff, that kind of thoughts, that kind of questions. And the last step here, folks, again, I'm trying to explain to you, not trying, I'm just doing it. I'm explaining to you how to get a business credit card from KeyBank using EIN only, even if you have bad or fair credit. Okay, the 7th step here, the last step rather, is to apply. So before you apply, you want to contact KeyBank once again. You want to get your act together, right? You get your paperwork. You want to have all the information that you need, and you want to double check your business plan and financial statements, and you want to send everything to the banker. As I said, it's important to apply at the branch. Do not apply online. Do not apply over the phone. KeyBank is geographically present in the States, even though they have a concentration in certain areas of the country, but you can even do things on the phone, right? But the bottom line here is that please stay in contact with your loan officer, with your KeyBank banker. If he or she asks you a question or request additional documentation, please provide this ASAP. All right, because this will show professionalism, this will show integrity, this will show preparation, and that's what you want. You need to actually, you need to get all your paperwork together. And when we talk about paperwork, we're talking about not just financial statements. You also have your bank statements. Okay, ideally, you would have a checking or savings account with KeyBank. As I said earlier, the goal is to establish a relationship. so that they have access to your transactional data. They don't need to ask for your bank statements. But for the first time, you need to supply that. You also need to supply your tax returns at the personal level and at the business level, depending upon the size of your business and your personal credit history, as well as your company's credit history. And in some cases, KeyBank has been known to ask for incorporation documents. So things like articles of incorporation, articles of organization. They have been known to ask for payroll records, business insurance plans. They have been known to ask for any commercial leases on your company's balance sheet, business licenses, all that kind of stuff. So it's all about the amount that you want, the limit on the credit card that you want, and your personal as well as business's financial situation and credit history. All right, folks. This is the end of today's conversation. I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate your attention. And I want to quickly recap here. So I was talking to you today about how to get a business credit card from KeyBank. You want to get with EIN-only, of course, with high limits, even with fair or bad credit. Number one, you want to get organized. Number two, you want to get to know KeyBank's business cards. Number three, you want to connect with KeyBank. Number four, you want to know KeyBank's other loan products. Number five, you want to explore KeyBank's resources. Number six, you want to contact a banker. And number seven, you want to apply. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.